Trump tax cuts are back. Here's what it means for you. So, the U.S. Senate is in the process of taking some significant steps towards extending the 2017 Tax Cuts and Job Act. Supporters argue this move will really bolster the economy. That means everybody's going to have tax cuts, they'll have more money to spend. But critics are becoming very, very skeptical of this. They think that this is going to escalate the deficits, and it's really going to have a negative impact on U.S. reserve currency status. So the big question is, what does it mean for your wallet, and what does it mean for 2025 and beyond? And welcome to the Economic Report Card. It's a community where we talk about things that really matter. And if you have a comment, drop it below, hit like and subscribe so I can deliver this meaningful content right to your inbox. So here's the U.S. Senate's move so far. Last night, in a 51-48 vote, Senate Republicans approved a budget framework aiming to extend the 2017 tax cuts. So you might be curious about this framework. What exactly is involved in it? So the framework sets the stage for making these tax cuts permanent and introduces additional reductions such as eliminating taxes on tips and overtime pay and not taxing Social Security either. So it sounds like a lot of people would be in better financial shape. So the bigger question is what are the implications for taxpayers? So check out what these things mean. Extending these tax cuts could really have some varied impacts. Here are the implications for taxpayers: middle income tax earners, potential continuation of lower tax rates, and expanded standard deductions. Those are wonderful things that really help. Can anybody say April 15th is rapidly approaching? But there's more. If you are a high income earner, retention of reduced top tax rates and favorable treatment of certain types of income types. So all of a sudden, you are in a position where less money is going to the government and more money is going into your pocket. Finally, businesses. Just understand that there's a continuation of deductions for capital investments and other business friendly provisions. Know that if you have an LLC, the pass through on your earnings is something very real and could affect every single one of us that have an LLC as well. The Congressional Budget Office is pretty skeptical of this because they think that making these tax cuts permanent could really add $4.6 trillion to the deficit over the next 10 years. And if we're doing so many things to try to raise money, then giving money away isn't paying down the deficit. And if we're not paying down the deficit, lots of people start asking some really important questions. I have my own set of questions, and I'm sure you do too. And the bigger question is, have you hit like or subscribed yet? So there's political and economic debates that are raging right now. Supporters argue that extending the tax cuts will stimulate economic growth and provide certainty for taxpayers. In other words, taxpayers can feel more confident about how much money they're going to get back and really how to treat their earned income. Critics, however, really express concerns over the potential of an increased deficit and really long-term physical health of the nation. If many of these moves with Doge and with these tariffs is about the best interests, long interests, term interests of the United States, then we're all left asking some basic questions here. There are lots of debates about distributional effects, with some analysis suggesting that higher income tax individuals may benefit significantly more than middle class and lower income earners. So that's something else to take into consideration. The big question is, what's next? The budget framework now moves into the House of Representatives. And that's one place, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember from the State of the Union address, that place is contentious. The debates are going to be expected to really get intense there, particularly regarding how to offset the cost of the tax cuts. Remember, proposals include significant tax spending cuts, which could affect programs like Medicaid, Social Security, although everyone swears up and down they'll never touch the entitlement programs, we'll see. Final thoughts? As the legislative process unfolds, staying informed is really crucial. I'm getting my taxes done over the next couple of weeks, and I need to know this information because there's some big savings I'm looking for, and I expect this legislation to coast through the House of Representatives with maybe some alterations. The bottom line is these decisions will have some lasting impacts on the economy and our personal finances. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide updates to help you navigate these changes. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're all in this mess together. And remember to leave your comments below because we try to do everything we possibly can to give insights, help when needed. And of course, by hitting like and subscribe, you're really doing wonderful things for the YouTube algorithm. And that means I'm able to provide this information and this channel to a larger group of people just like you. Have a great day. And remember, the biggest battle we fight is the one between our ears. Have a great day.